Hello, my name is Brandon, and welcome to Retro Reactions, a place where I experience amazing music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s for the very first time. And today we're going to be traveling all the way back to 1977 to listen to Poor Man's Moody Blues by Barclay James Harvest. And this one comes from Gone to Earth, their 8th studio album and best-selling album. The album hit number 10 in Germany. The song was written after a journalist angered the band by referring to Barclay James Harvest as a poor man's Moody Blues. The song was meant to sound similar to Nights in White Satin, but not quite. The lyrics can be seen as a commentary on the band's identity and their struggle against being pigeonholed. Let's go.
Yes, the truth is I love you. I can't say anymore, 'cause I need you. Yes, I want you. Yes, I love you. As I look from my window to the streets where you stand, I am gazing through dark glass. We can walk hand in hand. Though your friends try to tell me, your friends who defend, they keep my heart from your heart. You must be in the end, 'cause I love you. Yes, I need you. Yes, I love you. truth is I love you. I can't say anymore, 'cause I need you. Yes, I want you. Yes, I love you. Yes, I want you. Yes, I love you.
Go off at the end there. That beautiful electric guitar. Strange one. I loved it. It was beautiful. But to me, it did feel very, very close to Nights in White Satin in many ways. Melodically, of course. Lyrically, at least from the parts I heard. The chorus, I guess we'll call it. Which makes it hard to judge on its own. But again, I loved it. I loved every element. The instrumentation, the vocals. But to me, it's like the fraternal twin of Nights in White Satin. Everything's so dreamy, so smooth. Just like the Moody blues. Wow. The drums super smooth. That reverb snare, perfection. The bass soft and smooth. The keys smooth. The vocals smooth as silk, soft as powder. I wish I knew who was singing. There's 3 vocalists here. And I forgot to go to other websites to try to figure out who's singing this one. Maybe you guys can let me know if you know. I also did love how the vocals were kind of put back in the mix. Just kind of blending with everything else. That whole dreamy quality, definitely intentional in my opinion, and it worked for me. Definitely had me, mesmerized, calmly rocking back and forth, like being on the gentlest waves. I love that feeling. I get it all the time on this channel. We got this lengthy, gorgeous, elegant instrumental section in the middle or so. That was beautiful. Kind of unidentifiable, the instrument being played, the main solo. I would guess it's a guitar, but of course, didn't quite sound like a guitar. Anyway, electric guitar, I'll say, but kind of keyboard sounding. I'm sure there were keys in there, but anyway, you know what I mean. Later on, I was hearing, I think, 2 acoustic guitars. They were so extremely subtle, quiet, delicate sounding. You can only hear part of it, if that makes sense, part of the sound. The strumming, that was really nice, just kind of added to that dreamy feel. And, I really had to pay attention to hear them, but it all works together like a calm, beautiful, well-oiled machine. Sadly, I did miss most of the lyrics. I was too busy being lost in the song. Of course, I was hearing the I love you, I need you, I miss you. Is that what they were saying? To me, that's pretty much the same lyrics, at least the I love you part, in Nights in White Satin. So I don't see how this is about, them being pigeonholed. I must have either missed all those lyrics or The song meaning website that I go to get my translations maybe is incorrect. Then we rise, rise, rise with that emotional climax. It was a glorious payoff. Obviously the highest moment in the song, up in the heavens, just like a lot of the music by the Moody Blues. So of course I love that. And did we get a timpani? I'm pretty sure we did. The keys, stellar throughout, but especially in that coda. Beautiful, strong, glorious, gentle, etc., etc. Wow, what a song, just very different because of how similar it sounded to the Moody Blues, Nights in White Satin. But I'll definitely judge it on its own. It was gorgeous. It's getting the Epic Platinum Record Award, absolutely, for Poor Man's Moody Blues by Barclay James Harvest, 1977. And thank you so very much for this interesting, we'll call it interpretation. John Lees, Les Holroyd, Stuart Wolstenholme, and Mel Pritchard. All right, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below if you wish to chat about this one. I would love to know what you think, if you agree that it sounds super similar, and if you like that or not. Anyway, you take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and remember to let peace, calm, and light into your day and night. And I'll see you next time in the past.